Welcome to TCH Live from Texas Card House in Austin, Texas. I'm William Waddy, the New York Knit, with you this evening. We're going to give you some tournament action, a final table, our weekly Black Chip Bounty tournament. We run that every Sunday here at TCH. This tournament happens back on the 12th, bringing you the final table now. Video's not running quite yet. I'm sure David will press the button to make the video run in the very near future. My video's not running. My video is still not running. We're going to diagnose this. Bear with us. Live delayed TV, you got to love it. Yeah, looks like we are going. Thank you, David. And looks like we got JB all in with the ace-king, raising over Pacha Poppy's open. And he does get called by the ace-10. JB looking to hold against the ace-10 to stay alive in this tournament. Otherwise, a $100 bounty will be going Poppy's way. Ace-4-3 on the flop gives both players top pair. Turns a 6. River is a 9. Ace-king will hold. Poppy and JB will essentially swap stacks here. Sorry for the little hiccup at the beginning. Great to have you all here. I see a lot of familiar faces. Jedi Master Ted, Rena, TLS, Kicker Problems, User Anonymous. Great to see you all. Frank. Glad to have you here this Thursday. Glad to be bringing you some tournament action. First time in forever that I've gotten to do a tournament here. Lines are 1, 2, and 2 right now. You see the stacks as they are now. This tournament scheduled to pay 5 players. We'll see if they made any deals along the way. No spoilers if you happen to have been around last Sunday. I was not. I was in Tulsa last Sunday. So this is new to me as well. Michelle on the 5 seat, limping that 10-8 suited. JB comes along over to Tio. He's got ace-queen suited. He's going to increase the price. Makes it 8,000s. Poker coming along. Poppy decides to put the remainder of his stack in with the 8-5 offsuit. Not a strong holding. Probably figures he's got odds. With 9 players left, we're not really close enough to the money to be thinking about money yet, so you can make the argument. And the thing is, 8-5 has no fold equity, and your hand sucks, which is probably why I don't put it in there. 8-5 does have a cut shot on this 9-7 deuce board, which does give Michelle the open ender. Everyone checking, nobody hitting the board that hard. And there's a 6 on the river, which is going to be straight over straight. Poppy with the low ends of the straight, Michelle with the better straight. It checks through. You got to bet your straight. I'm calling the floor. Soft play. 10-8 is going to scoop it, though. All the same. You got to bet the nuts. Come on. So that'll be our first elimination. We see stacks still pretty deep, playing 1, 2, 2 blinds. 1,000, 2,000 with the 2,000 big blind ante. I don't know if we have payouts and the graphics are not. I can post payouts as they stand now. Pocket nines for JB. Ace king for Tio. Gonna make it 22,000. You go either way, either call or shove. If you're JB, shove is probably better. And that is the way he's gone here. Gonna get snapped by Tio's ace king, so we head to a flip. Count the nines holds. A 9 in the window. Looking great, just backdoors for Tio. And the ace will have him drawing dead. Set of nines will give JB the full double up. Get these chips counted. And get the stack shipped over to JB. Suddenly with a lot more life in this tournament. As a reminder, with this black chip bounty, every time you eliminate a player, you get $100. And you get it as a $100 chip. You see those black chips in some player stacks. That would be the bounty chip. Actually, as of this week, we have new cash chips here at TCH. So if you've got one of those old chips like you're seeing there, got to swap them out before June 30th. Good to see you, Poker Monkey. Jack 10 suited for Tio. Makes it 5x. Chunky size there. Over to JB, who's going to just let that suited ace go. Price probably a little bit too much to try and flop himself something. Poker Monkey going on the TCH cruise this weekend. Hope you enjoy that. I know a bunch of people are going on that cruise. I'm not one of them. I'm going to remain on dry lands. I'll actually be attending the NASCAR race this weekend here in Austin. Not going to let go of the king 10. Sam limping in with the suited ace. Boger raising it up with the ace jack. But Lane with jacks. Elects the call here. Sam also going to call. Just one jack left in the deck. Wayne hoping that this is just an overpair. Not quite an overpair, but still the best hand. Booker going to continue for 13,000. One over on the board, and it's not the scary one. It's not the ace. Jacks could still be good here. Just calling. Problem with raising is that you only get action from the pattern. Heads up to the turn. Stacks a pot a little under 1 now. Turn is going to pair the 4. Check, check. 3 on the river. Jacks will be good if we get to showdown. Lane checks it over. Booger not going to attempt to take the pot, so Jacks looking good. Lane going to take this one down. See a whole bunch of people are going to be in Vegas during the series, like late June, early July. That's definitely where the Hold'em side of the series really picks up. Like, my plan right now is to be out there the entire series. So from like right after Memorial Day until mid-July. You know what? If I'm out there and you're out there, hit me up at Waddy William on Instagram and Twitter. Maybe you find me at a table somewhere. I'll be playing tournaments. That's at LAHTI William on Twitter and Instagram. I'm sure we'll get together. Suited ace for Michelle. Lesser suited ace for JB. Gonna call that raise. Heads up to the flop. Michelle even further out ahead now with the pair of 10s. And takes it down with the C-bet. Poker Monkey playing the main this year. Good luck. And hopefully you get in for cheap with the satellites. I played the main for the first time last year and got as far as late day 2. One too many coolers got me. Yeah, definitely those satellites can be good. Probably my biggest disappointment last year. I ran really good in satellites for big tournaments and could not actually make anything in those seats. Like, I'd never played more than a 1700 circuit main until last year. I play a 3K, I play a 5K, I play a couple of 10Ks. Thank you, satellites. And I brick every one of them. Hopefully your fortunes are better. Another suited ace, another open. Wayne's defending button with the queen jack off. Sam, the suited king. We go 3 ways. Queen and a jack. That makes 2 pair for Lane. Don't know that he'll be able to make very much money off of this hand now. Nobody holding anything of consequence. Checks over to Lane. Gonna bet that 2 pair. There are a lot of turns he won't want to see, so you gotta charge the draws.
4 to go. Yeah.
Nobody even has that though. Yeah, Poker Monkey, goal number 1 is gonna be to not break my foot this time. Yeah, last year on the way to WSOP, I broke my foot at a gas station. I ended up on a scooter the entire series. I'm gonna try not to repeat that experience. Marshall's going to be out there too. Everyone's got to get out to Vegas at some point that time of the year. JB going to punish these limpers with his king queen, going to make it 8,000. I'd probably go for a little bit more punishment than that. I think everyone's going to feel like they got a decent price here. Except the queen six of Michelle that's going to just get out of there. Just the flop everyone wanted to see, 7-4 deuce. JB going to continue though. He could certainly have all the big pairs. As it stands, he actually has the worst of the three hands. But the aggression will take it down. This is why we raise pre. As we get a look at our stacks here. And Mega Stack's a good one. Can't tell you about the seniors. I'll have to wait about another 14 years or so before I could tell you about the seniors tournament. Definitely, like, don't just limit yourself to Horseshoe in Paris or the WSOP. There's a bunch of other casinos that'll be running series around that time, and plenty of tournaments worth playing. We see JB flopping top pair, getting shoved into by Michael, his deuce, and we don't know the other card there, but JB has top pair. And you're not going to fold top pair to a 10 big blinds bet. Queen getting out of there with bottom pair, 4-3 getting out of there. King 5, and what's the other hand? I don't know. What is the other hand? Oh, a deuce. Michael flopping bottom 2 there. But JB spiking the 5 to make the better 2 pair on the turn. And this graphic is clearly wrong. I think the burns got scanned. 5 on the turn. The computer swears there's a queen and a jack, but I'm pretty sure those are the burns sitting there. Whatever the river was, okay, it was a 6. 2 pair could not hold from Michael. He will be eliminated at the hands of JB, who will collect $100 bounty for that. As we get closer to the money, 5 players getting paid. And there are 7 players left. You see the graphics getting sorted out here. And so if you like to play smaller than those 1500s that you commonly see at WSOP, and WSOP's got smaller ones, but some of those other casinos have smaller ones too. Like even like low to mid 3 figures. Obviously the structures won't be as good, but Steve C with a great question. What was the buy-in for this tournament? The buy-in is $300. 100 of which becomes the bounty. I think it's a $40 club access fee. And this tournament did have unlimited re-entry for, I think it's through the second break. Matt limping the king 10. Yeah, so this tournament starts at 4 p.m. every Sunday. 25-minute blinds and 8 levels of re-entry. As we go 3 ways to a flop where Matt and Booger both flopping top pair. Tio with the bottom pair. Matt gonna fire out here, pot size bet with the better king. Tio's got a pair. He's gonna call, and we'll see what Booger does. He is gonna call himself with the inferior top pair. With a bet and a call, you start to get concerns about this top pair with really no backup. A third spade comes out, giving Tio the emergency flush draw. We check through. And there's the 10 of spades. Matt making 2 pair, but Tio with the emergency 7 of spades. And he's going to go for some value here. He's going to go half pot. Well, in all fairness, I can't read his mind. Maybe he's going to make the 8 of spades fold. Maybe he thinks he's bluffing. Not going to consider this. Pro spot, you've got 2 pair, but you lose to any random spade, and he does let it go. On to the next hand. Nobody in really desperate shape at this point. Small stack being 20 bigs. And you'll see these odd numbers like 700 chips. I don't see any of the black 100 denomination chips on the table. I don't think. Like they may have colored up before they started recording. Let's see. Yeah, they wouldn't have needed the 100 chips by this level, so they probably got the counts before the color up is what happens. Purple chips are 500, yellow chips 1,000, pink chips 5,000, orange, like you see in front of Tio's stack, is 25,000 tournament chips. Tio gonna raise with the ace-8 and their hands on the button, but Booger has a way better hands on the small blinds in the form of red kings. And this is probably just an all-in with his stack size. And that's exactly what he does. Michelle getting out of there. I don't see ace-8 calling for this many chips. But what do I know? That looks like a call. Wow. Tio does make the call. Tio, perhaps chasing that bounty, he's going to need considerable help here to down these kings of Booger, who is at risk here. Do we think the kings holds? Here we go. King in the window. King Jack 7. Just backdoors for Tio now. And the 6 will not do it. Booger gonna get the full double. His kings will hold and then some. Pot will head his way.
He just bought this for me, but he's fun.
And we'll continue on here. TOEC does have plenty of chips. I wonder if this was just a attempt to capture a bounty. Feeling safer. 2 from the money, we start to think about, well, I mean, I don't have to do anything insane. I can just make the money and go from there.
5-10, 10 to go. Race.
Glad to have you all here this evening. TCH Live. Nice to be back with you. It's been a bit. I haven't been on, I think, since probably beginning of February before my Vegas trip. I was actually going to do a show in between trips, but then I got sick on the way back from Vegas. So you wouldn't have wanted to hear me. I would have sounded awful. So here I am now, though. And Eric's in the box now, and blinds are up. 1,500, 3,000, 3,000 big blinds. Annie.
5-6.
Those of you unfamiliar with the big blinds, Annie, whoever's in the big blinds will post that amount as dead money, whereas the blind is a live bet, and it gives you better odds to try and take the pot. We see Tia with the 5-3 suited. Jamin Burton's hands. Shout out to vlogger extraordinaire Jamin Burton getting punished by the ace-jack. And we will be denied the chance to see whether or not, in fact, 5-3 suited never misses. As far as I know, the rule here at TCH First is big blind gets posted before the ante. There are some places where it's the other way around, and it matters if you don't have enough to satisfy both. Doesn't come up that often, though. And Ted, I think I sounded worse than Steamdolla's impersonation of me. I really got to do a show with him again someday. One of the old school TCH Live personalities. As we see open enders for 2 players here. Or open ender for 1 player, rather. Pair plus straight draw for other players. $8-5-3. Yeah. What am I saying? Open enders for 2 players. I was right. The graphics are tricking me. 7-6 and 6-4. Michelle with top pair. Tio decides to pot this. Still our big stack. He has the hind end of it. Clears everyone out. Surprise, 7-6 doesn't hang around. We see an open from Sam. We don't know what he's got yet. Whatever that expression frequency is, it's not 0 anymore. He's got 6s. And just going to take it down. Just in time to put most of that money back in the form of his big blinds plus ante. Well, LV Coleman, good to see you. Poker with the baby suited connector, gonna go for that pretty normal 2.5 big blind size. Sam defends his big blinds. All the other hands that folded were better than Booger's. This is why we raise. Go heads up to the flop. I don't think Booger will be stealing this one. Sam has flop top pair on this King Jack 8 flop. Booger gonna continue. Sam just gonna call. Raising wouldn't accomplish anything. Deuce of spades on the turn. 2 flush draws on the board now. Check, check. I think Booger's giving up. He does have a pair of 3s on this river. That won't be good. Gonna bluff at it. Backdoor spades get there. Goes 17,000, about half pot. This bet, check bet line, yeah, flick it in as Sam just did. Sam gonna see that he's good. He'll collect the pot. Tricky spot when you get there. It's like, okay, well, I had a pair of 3s now. You could definitely go either way as far as bluffing or giving up. Depends on what you think Sam could fold. I love Sam's river check to induce bluffs. Because the thing is, with a pair of 3s, you don't even necessarily have to bluff. Like, if Sam just has, like, a busted club draw, you're actually beating that now with your pair. On to the next hand. Lean with an ace, gonna raise it up. Matt with a better suited ace. He's gonna make a stance here. He's gonna rip it. 61,500. That is 20.5 big blinds. Sam gets out of the way, as does Tio. Just waiting for the graphics to catch up. Wayne has an ace and no kicker, and gonna have to let it go. So we see Booger in short stack territory now. Down at just 13 bigs. Look at these V-pips. Tio's played like half the hands. Very active. King Jack of Hearts for Michelle. Or is that McKelly? I don't know. They'll give me pronunciation guides. Bogart's defending big blinds with the King 4 offsuit. Ace 9-7, all clubs, no player holding a club here. Bogart may have just sort of given away that he was going to fold that hand. Streamlabs is punishing everyone tonight. See if it punishes me. I think I fixed it. Blinds on blinds action here. Booker with an ace. And a short enough stack to just open shove. Gets the fold from seat 5. And absolutely nothing there. There we go. Mo the cat one now. I think I fixed it. I think I made the RNG start putting out winners again. 7 of diamonds exposed. 7 of diamonds will be the burn card. Playing with the ace 10 of diamonds. I think that was supposed to be his hands. It was supposed to be his card. I think he was always bound to have a suited hands with diamonds. Ace 10 is certainly better than anything that would have had that 7 in it. No, that was seat 8 that would have had the 7. And Waze gets the job done. Gonna raise that button, gonna try and take these blinds. Mission accomplished. Michelle, McKelly, however you say it, has lifted himself slightly further away from that danger zone, picking up those blinds. Deuces for Sam, he's gonna limp. Seal getting after it with the Jack 10 offsuit. Goes big again, and I think that's all in with Ace King. Michelle in seat 5. Ace King suited, beautiful hands.
Because you get dealt in. Have to be dealt in, basically.
There's a lot of chips for anyone to try and call here. Sam's out of there. The suited ace. Or JB's out of there, rather. Sam with the deuces is now out of there. See how badly Tio wants this bounty. Not that badly. It's enough chips that could give him a problem if he gave the double away. Huge pickup there for seat 5. We see him move solidly into the middle of the running order here. From ace king to ace queen. Another raiseworthy hand there. Jack 9 of clubs for JB. We go heads up to the flop. Or not. Apparently Sam does defend big blinds. Graphics catching up. Relays to the flop. 9-6-4 JB out front with top pair. Michelle gonna continue for 11,000. JB gonna press the raise button, which will get Sam out of there. Ace queen, 2 overs. Backdoor to the queen high hearts. You have to imagine that the next bet's going to be for the rest of it. He's going to let it go. JB not wanting to see any more cards. Any over that's not a jack would be terrible for him. Any heart would be terrible. If he's got the overpair, he's got the overpair. JB's stack looking pretty solid now, 60 big blinds. You're sitting there, it's often a lot of hands of monotonous folding followed by about 30 seconds of terror. As we're about to see here, Booger open the king-jack. Michelle shoving the ace-jack offsuit. 80K, almost 30 big blinds, a pretty big all-in. I don't imagine Booger has enough chips to fold anything he's opening to 11K. Anything that's going to give him action behind is going to have ace-jack and a waltz of trouble, I imagine. We do see the chips counted out. I imagine somebody requested a count. Over to Booger. He's put a third of his stack in. Well, we put the other 2/3 in now with king-jack, which will often have 2 live cards. Could even be flipping. Like, imagine you got shoved on by like 10s or 9s that are just trying to isolate the short stack. He was thinking about this. Playing 11 bigs deep, the move was probably just to shove it pre. He is going to call it off. Going to see that he is drawing to 3 outs. A nightmare scenario here. Booger needing a king or a whole bunch of spades. 2 players away from the money. Can Ace-Jack hold to collect the bounty from Booger? Let's find out. Queen flop, except for 2 spades. Backdoor's there. Backdoor's there. Combo draw for Booger. But he bricks it all with the 7 of diamonds. Booger will be our 7th place elimination. Michelle collecting himself another bounty. See him get that $100 black chip. That leaves 6 players, which means we are on the bubble. Next player eliminated receives no prize money apart from whatever bounties they might have earned. Everyone else will be in the money. Let's find out who it's going to be. Booger was the one player who was super short, so this could go a lot of ways. Not sure these graphics are right. Oh, he did in fact shove 40 big blinds. Not sure what he had. Shoved over a limp. And the stack grows. Let's see a question here in the chat. No rake? That's right, no rake. You won't see rake collected at any private social club in Texas, such as Texas Card House. You will pay membership dues, and you'll pay a club access fee when you come in and play. But no rake. Money never comes off the table in Texas. At least not if you're doing it legally. You'll pick one. Also, this is a tournament, so you wouldn't see tournament chips getting disappeared off the table anyway. Unless somebody out there wants to show me some crazy tournament somewhere where somebody decided to do that. And so the buy-in here, it's $300. I believe 40 of that is the club access fee. And 100 to the bounty, 160 to the prize pool. Once we lose one more player, the remaining 5 will lock up $220 at least, and I'll be playing for more. Ace-10 just limping. If he raises, he probably gets rid of these 2 hands. Instead, we go 3 ways to a flop. Wayne flopping a pair. Michelle turning a much better pair. Pair of aces. JB with an unfortunately timed bluff. A little too big blind stab at it. Top pair gonna go nowhere at all. Oh, if only 6-4 would have stuck around. 6 pairing on the end. JB gonna bluff, gonna get snaps, and you're good. If only Lane would have seen one more street. If only I played worse, I'd win a lot more pots. It feels that way sometimes, doesn't it? It's the garbage that turns to gold and the gold that turns to garbage sometimes. Like you'll have days where you'll get ace-king 5 times, you'll just lose every time, and they're never cheap because it's ace-king. Sam with a king and a jack here, raising it up. JB with sixes and a defend button. One of those sixes he'll be seeking is sitting in Wayne's hands. 7-6 offsuit finds the muck. 9-8 suited for Matt. Getting a great price here to try and flop himself something. It's going to come along. We will go relays to a flop. And Matt does find himself an open-ender. Sam finds himself a better open-ender. And sixes find the worst flop ever, but they're also going to find a bluff here. 11,000 from JB. The question is, does he get raised? Like, if I'm Matt, I seriously consider just shoving here, and I think I may have just spoken that into existence 2 weeks after the fact. He does move all in with his open-ended straight draw. Now, what does Sam do? Sam has the better open-ender. He has an over. He has the most equity. And he's going to shove over Matt. And sixes are going to get out of dodge. The king-jack is the better hand at the moment, even without a pair. Matt looking for a jack or a six. Not too many sixes left to find, though. I think we're getting the chips right here, and then we'll run out. And there's the jack. Matt's turned to straight. Matt gonna find the suck out and the double up through Sam, who is now cut down to 16 bigs, going into the big blinds. Amazing how quickly these things can turn. What do you all think of that? And the king-jack was ahead. It still doesn't feel great to reshove like that. And the good news is that you're never drawing dead. But imagine he just turns over pocket sevens for a set. That's about the best case scenario for king jack there, with the king being live to make a pair. JB entering another pot, up in the 10-7. Matt with the 5-3 suited going to fold. Sam going to get a free flop. We don't know what he's got yet. I think we're waiting on the graphics. Sam with jack 4 offsuit. Sam flopping a pair. JB with the gut shot as we go check, check. The 10's going to put 4 to a straight on the board. Check, check again. Queen pairs, check, check again. The jack going to give Sam his blind back. Plus the small blind, plus the limp from JB. I think we got a dealer change here. Blinds are going to be up 2,000, 4,000, 4,000. Things going to be getting critical for Sam. Last words you want to hear when you're sitting on the short stack. Blinds up. I think it's Rob coming into the box here. Get the cards washed up and get the next handouts out here in just a moment. Thank you all for watching so far. This is our weekly Sunday Black Chip Bounty Tournament. This final table played on the 12th airing for the first time this evening, or the 13th rather. No, the 12th. I can't do math. Bunch of great promos going on here at TCH Austin. The more you play, the more you save. Play 5 hours, you get 20% off. 7 hours, 30%. 10 hours, 40% all March. Earn rewards if you're checked in at 5:30 and 9:30 a.m. JB with the 9-8 of clubs. Sam with 2 broadways. Gonna have themselves a little heads-up battle here. With Sam's stack, you could certainly make the argument for shoving as well. Sam with a gut shot and what is the best hand, but he's not going to feel that way. We go check, check. Sam with 3rd pair now. JB drawing dead. No aggression from JB. Check, check. 7 on the river. Check, check. Sam going to win. Also have the quads of the day going all March. I think it just hit yesterday for a bunch of money. TexasCardHouse.com for details on all the promotions at the various TCH locations. We got the bad beat going on. Quad aces or better, beaten by a straight flush or better, gets you $28,000 today, or a share of $28,000. And anyone checked in at any TCH gets $100 if it hits. Again, TexasCardHouse.com for all the rules there. JB limping in with the queen 5, pretty light, and not even going to get past one player. Lane waking up with the jacks, making it 16,000s. And gonna clear it out. Don't forget, Ladies Night every Friday here at TCH Austin. Ladies play for half off their club access fee. Good point, Ted. TCH, what's the bill for the bad beat jackpot and all the promotions? Not just that one. They're not dropping any money for promotions or anything like you see at some casinos. Like I've been places that are not Texas where they're taking $2 for promotions every hand. Wild stuff. That with the Jack 10 of clubs, making it 12K. Michelle with kings. Flicks a chip in. I think he said all in. And he's shoveling more chips in. This isn't all in. Going for all of it. This is a massive size. And we know Jack 10 suited's never calling here, especially on the bubble. But I probably go about 40,000 or so with the free bet. I don't go for all of it. The problem is, you're going to give 10s a chance to hero fold. You don't want him folding 10s. You don't want him folding jacks. You don't want him folding ace queen. But he will take what was out there already. And speaking of promos, I basically had a bad beat of sorts in Vegas last month with one of those promos. I was playing at a casino out there, and they were doing a high hands. Every 20 minutes, you get $200 for the high hands. And I make a 6 high straight flush. Like I defended big blinds with some random suited stuff. I make a 6 high straight flush, and they call high hands. And my hand doesn't even make it onto the board. Like at the same time, another table makes a king high straight flush. What are the odds? Like 2 straight flushes within 20 minutes. And we had 2 straight flushes in 30 seconds, forget 20 minutes. It's like, that's $200 I'll never see again. How many entries in the tournament? I'm not sure how many we had, actually. I don't have that in the notes. If we paid 5 players, it was probably like 40-ish, give or take. Probably in like the 35-40 range, I think. Don't quote me on that, though. I was not actually here. I did not play this tournament. I was in Tulsa that day. Losing at some other tournament. I was trying to win one of those gold rings, and that did not happen. But our friend Poker Face Ash did win a ring, and congratulations to her. That was really awesome. I've seen her on this program a few times. Couple of limps. Ace-9 offsuit, deuces limping. Matt deciding to shove the king-10 suited. This is a huge size, 35 big blinds, and we are on the bubble. Not that's a very big bubble, but this is the stone bubble. I think from the standpoint of ICM, this is probably a bit too aggressive. We see the deuces get folded. Like if I'm seeing limps get punished like this, I'm going to start limping like aces, kings, and trapping. Like if I'm sitting at this table. I mean, look at Sam and Lane sitting under 20 big blinds. It would be a disaster if you shove your 40 big blinds and then you just run into aces. Gotta look at the B-pips. Matt on the Lottie line, 15% VPIP. Not really where you enjoy being short-handed. On the brighter side, though, you are usually keeping yourself out of trouble. Michelle limping the 3s. Gonna get into some trouble here. Lane with the 7's gonna make it 16K. Michelle gonna set mine. One of those 3s accounted for. Queen 5 deuce rainbow. Not the worst flop for those 7s. 1 over, and it's not the scary one. Graphics tell us that all the 3s are accounted for, so at 4% is just the backdoor wheel. Lane continues for 16. Michelle perhaps not a believer yet. Imagine he just looks at Lane like, I put you on ace king, and he calls. He's going to let it go. 3s are a dicey proposition. Get on to the next hand. So we look at these stack sizes again. 15 bigs the shortest stack, which is a depth where you're going to want to get in sooner rather than later, but you're not in panic mode yet. All right, toss me in about 2 more orbits, and then we're starting to worry. That said, being on the bubble, you look at some of the hands we've seen here, you could also just hope that something goofy happens with the other players where they ends up having a big collision. You slip into the money that way. JB making it 16.5 thousands with the 10-9. We'll take it down. On to the next hand, still playing 2-4-4. Still on the bubble. Sam with the suited ace. Makes it 13,000. Tia with the jacks. Just flatting small blinds. Michelle defending big blinds. 3 ways to the flop. Set of jacks for Tio. Jack 8-7 flop. Michelle and Sam both with middle pair. We check through. The 10 does put forward with straight. May slow the action down. Apologies for this board graphic being wrong. I think the scanner may have picked up some of these burn cards. Michelle now firing out the 12K. I don't see a set going anywhere. Unless it does. Tio's folded a set of jacks. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I mean, there's no way to know if that was right correctly. You can't fold a set of jacks there. I know it's forwarded with straight. That's a small bet. And even if he's got the 9, you've got 10 outs to beat him. No way. You just can't fold a set there. Lane with the Steam Dola #1. Shout out to our friend Steam Dola. 8 of spades, 8 of hearts. Looks like a 12K open. 13K. You'd probably go a little bit smaller at this stack depth. Tia with the 6s. Going to come along on the button. JB with the Queen 10. Offsuit, the 2 overs. 3 ways. To the flop we go. Ace King 8, bottom set for Lane. Gut shot for JB. Back-to-back sets. Seeing some hands get made here. Lane going to continue. I don't think he's going to get much more out of this. Tia with an under pair and no draw. Goes away. JB with just a gut shot. Gonna float one time. Gonna try and spike that jack, or maybe he's gonna find himself a diamond and keep going. We'll find out. King of Hearts. Not what he was looking for. Wayne has filled up on the turn.
One and done, and it's tough. It doesn't go by stars. It's like first, I think first.
Wayne going to try and get some more value, thinking, please have a king, but not a king. And
How long did you have to sign?
Wayne will take it down. Now, I'm with you, Zach. I mean, 8 or 9K is plenty, just like min raise or maybe 2.5 bigs, or 2.25 bigs, maybe 2.5 bigs. You could go to 10. I think three bigs plus is just too much when you're playing 20 bigs deep, but I imagine a number of these players have a little bit more experience with cash games where you're not playing shallow stacks. And so you get used to those bigger sizes sometimes. I was just playing with JP in a cash game last night, actually. As well as Booker, he was there too. K Dante in the chat wondering what was that referring to the Jack's hands? I don't know. It was either a misread or it was a really weird fold. It's not like it was even for his tournament life or even close to that. Jack 6 limping in from the button. If you're going to open this hand, I strongly prefer a raise here. Instead, you let Wayne take a free flop. Neither player connecting with this flop that well. Wayne does have a couple of backdoors, but will not attempt to pursue those backdoors. You look at these stacks. We see Sam's dwindle to 11 bigs. It's where you really want to find the shove hand soon. And they don't give me a tournament clock here, but I imagine we're not that far away from blinds going up. See if this is it. Sam looking at his cards. Sam folding his cards. I agree with him. Those are not good cards. Seal and Michelle limping. JB on the button. 10-6 offsuit. Folds. Wayne waking up with ace-king of diamonds. Raises it up. 25K. Matt with the queen-9 of diamonds. Definitely let this go. If we're not on the bubble, I'm cautious in that spot just because we'll get 2 pulls behind and then you could end up with a lot of non-nut hands. Like dominated top pairs, non-nut straights, non-nut flushes in 4-way pots. If we're on the bubble, we definitely have to fold. Give them a chance, give the other players a chance to do something crazy. JB with the ace-king this time. 16K. It goes for the big sizing there. 16K. And Sam with a pretty mediocre holding. Way too big of a price. Even with that short stack. JB gonna show it.
Barrel 7-9.
Like if you're sitting in Sam's seat with that short stack, Ideally, you don't get any more than a min raise, and then you have a super good price that defends and try and flop a pair or a draw, and then just get the rest of it in. That 4x sizing really denies him the chance to put money in behinds. That said, like, I'm never that disappointed when my opponents give me a chance to fold my junk. C5s with the limp. Queen jack suited. For Wayne. Goes really small. Makes it 9,000. And Michelle with the back raise. Moves all in. He limp jams the pocket fives. This is insane. Sam going to call off with a 7 and something else. I assume it's either an ace or a 7. And Tio's going to have to clear out. Yeah, 7s for Sam. Sam looking to fade the 2 outs, which may or may not be accounted for, but let's pretend we don't see the other hands. Sam's got to fade a 2-outer to avoid becoming the bubble here. Sevens versus 5s. Gonna get the pot right. Get a run out here. You see a 3, 10 and a deuce. Back to our wheel for those 5s. Here comes the turn. Oh, huge turn, open ender. The 4 is going to put up the open ender for Michelle. He needs a 6-5 or ace, but he gets another 4. Sam will survive. Sam will double up. Crucial pickup there for Sam. Heat is certainly not on him nearly as much as it was a couple of minutes ago. That limp back raise with pocket 5s, that's usually the result that you get. And to think that could have been so much worse for Michelle. That could have been so much worse. I think it was Lane who opened the queen jack. Imagine that was queen queen, and you back raise into queens, and you're just bubbling the tournament now. Like when you had a short stack sitting there, you're just going to bubble because you blasted off 30 big blinds. Be glad it was Sam who had it and not somebody with more chips. As blinds do go up to 366 now. Nobody playing that deep anymore. Even our chip leader has just 31 bigs. Matt gonna limp the ace-9. Sam waking up with ace-king. Back-to-back hands for him. He's gonna just move all in for his 18 bigs. Back over to Matt. He is dominated. Covers Sam by a little bit. Ace-9 offsuit on the stone bubble. Probably a fold here. He does make the fold. If we were not on the bubble and if Sam had slightly fewer chips, you could go for the call. Zach predicting C8 should win based on what he's seen. If you've been here, if you were here that night, certainly no spoilers. I don't know what happens, and let's get predictions going in the chat. Who do you have winning this tournament right now? TL, Michelle, JB, Wayne, Sam, or Matt. Or we could go by seat number. Let us know what you think in the chat. Feels like it's anyone's game right now. Even if you're a short stack, you're really just one double up away from being right near the top. Yeah, Zach, this isn't live. This tournament happened 2 Sundays ago. We're airing it for the first time tonight. Was recorded that Sunday and sharing it with you now. We hope to do more of these in the future. As we see JB with the most heat on him right now in the form of just 12 big blinds. Yeah, 8 or 9. Yeah, Sam's a solid player. I would be surprised if he went places. Jedi Master Ted, whoever has all the chips. Yeah, the player who gets all the chips is going to win the tournament. Probably what John Madden would say if he were commentating poker. Rest in peace, John Madden. Ted making the 1 seat's going to be the player with all the chips. Peter, my notes don't have exactly how many entries there were in this tournament. Probably in like the 35 to 40 neighborhood based on 5 spots getting paid. Ted predicting a chop, that would be sad. JB with the 7-4, making it 18,000 and taking it down right then and there. Again, we're on the bubble here. Next player out gets nothing from the prize pool. They do get to keep whatever bounties they earned. The remaining 5 players will have locked up $220. As we continue on 3, 6, and 6. Michelle with the 4s now. Gonna limp. We'll see if we get a similar scenario to last time. Wayne just limping the Jack 10. Matt and Sam coming along. Sam getting it for free. Matt completing the blinds with the 8-6 of clubs. Perfectly good. Not such a great flop though. But really nobody likes this flop that much. 4s are the best hands at the moment. We check through. They're going to hate the ace even more than they hated the first 3 cards. Michelle going to stab at this. Pocket 4s for 4th pair, which is actually the best hands at the moment. Everyone else are just overs. Certainly nothing that could reasonably consider continuing here, I don't think. And they all fold.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're actually not.
Still think the min raise is going to be a lot more powerful in the long term than the limp. Like, you really want those junky hands to fold out. You don't want the 9-5 coming along for free, which you're flipping with. Like, it's 2 overs. So it just raise and they fold the junk usually. As we get another dealer change. Get these cards washed up. 100% sure who we've got in the box. Three, 6, and 6. Sunday black chip. Final table from 2 Sundays ago. Michelle, not a believer in the 9 triz. JB blasting it up with the Jack-10 offsuit from the hijack. Gonna take it down. Haven't limped in 2 years outside the blinds. Yeah. There are people who say limping is pimping. Like Ranu specifically. Like, there's a few spots where you could limp. I just think we haven't seen too many of them tonight. But like, we're seeing the limps. We're seeing a lot of limping done, but raising is often better. Matt with the king queen suited makes the min raise. What do you know? Sam with the Jack-10 suited defending his button. Heads up to a flop here. Something for everyone. 10, 9, 3, 2 clubs. Matt with the club draw and the gut shot. Sam with top pair. This could escalate. Stack to pot about 2.5 right now. Sam the effective stack. Holding top pair. Matt with 2 overs and a massive combo draw. He is the equity favorite even though he doesn't have the made hands. Sam going to go ahead and move all in. Matt going to snap him off on the bubble. Can Sam hold for his tournament life? Let's find out. Our graphics say that Matt does slightly cover Sam. Sam the player at risk here on the bubble. Amanda going to get these stacks counted. Make sure we have these numbers right. Here we go. 4 of diamonds. Sam with the diamond draw now. The river. I think Sam won. I don't have the river card. Sam pulling his chips back. Looks like it's 6 of spades. Matt bricks it all. Matt going to be cut down to almost nothing. Sam going to hang on for his tournament life. The mother of all holds here. And now everybody going to just wait out Matt. Cut down to less than 2 big blinds. Again, as discussed earlier, TCH is big blinds first. That'll get satisfied before the ante. Recounting the stack here. I don't think Sam has any pinks left in his stack. Looks like Matt rather. Matt has about 4,500. Yes, 4,500 it is. Less than a big blind. He was on the cutoff, so he's got the hijack and then the under the gun. And then he's blinded out of the tournament. So Matt with just a couple of chances left here to hang around or he will be the bubble. Main cash will be 220, 2160 up top. Will this be the moment for Matt? It will be the moment. We'll see what he has. 8-7 suited. I probably wait another hands if I'm him. Because you never know if you get like aces versus kings or something like that behind you. Sam calling, I think chasing the bounty with the 5-deuce offsuit. Tio going to isolate. He's going to 10 exit with the threes. And this is what I'm talking about, though. Like, imagine Michelle or JB just has aces. So we got a coin flip. Matt trying to stay alive here. Needs an 8 or 7. Otherwise, he will be our bubble. 3 in the window is going to pretty much seal his fate. That is it. 3's full for Tio. Matt will be our bubble. Our remaining 5 players in the money. Congratulations to those 5. Tio also going to collect a bounty.
Pretty good spot right now. Pretty good spot to not lose. I'd like to win.
Wow. So we're in the money. Now collision of big hands. Top pair versus mega draw. There's conversation happening, and they will end up making some tweaks to the prize pool. So the 5th is 220, 4th is 300, and then that winds up fiddling with these prize pool numbers as they go on tonight. Don't have audio of the negotiations, but that's clearly what they're doing here. Kind of weird to be doing this after there's been action in the hands, but it does happen sometimes. We do see Tio has already limped in. JB with the ace-10 of clubs. Going for 18K. Wayne gonna let go of his ace-7. Back over to Tio. Suited cards. Pretty live cards. We go to the flop, 9-7-3. Backdoors for Tio, just overs for JB. JB gonna check folds. The announced prize pool for this tournament was $21.60 up top, $21.95 for second, $8.65 for third. I do understand that will change. Tio with 2 aces. Those are good. Goes for the min raise. Playing with the 3s, gonna come along. Sam with the 9s going to come along. See if these aces can hold up. 2 players set mining here. 3 in the window. Bottom set for Lane. Ace is going to be going down in flames here. Just check, Lane. Just check. 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 There you go. Sam going to lead for 14. Leading into aces. Tio reaching for raising chips. Oh, no. Tio makes it 42,000. Wayne living his dream right now. He's flopped a set. He's seeing a bet and a raise. If it's set over set, God bless him. But the rest of these chips are going to be going in. Wayne would be putting in half a stack if he just called, which is going to make it pretty obvious that the rest are going to go in. And put some draws out there that you don't block the clubs, the 9-8 for the straight draw. I probably just go ahead and put the rest in now. If he's got a draw, make him pay the maximum to go hit that draw. Wayne does move all in, and I think Sam's going to just be kissing that 14K goodbye. I don't see how Tio gets off the hook. He is beating the draws. He's beating a 10 that went insane. And he'll just be getting way too good of a price here. He'll be putting 42 into a pot of like 170, 180. So he's going to get the best odds ever. He's going to call. He's going to see that he needs an ace. Adds an ace alone. That's not an ace. That's not an ace either. Three's full for Lane. I believe we have a new chip leader all of a sudden as Tio's aces got cracked. Shows you just how quick things can change around here. Lane now with 45 big blinds. Tio down in that 20 territory. On to the next hands after all that. A couple of massive hands in the last few minutes here on TCH Live. If you've been enjoying this craziness, hit that like button. Tell the algorithms you enjoy this. Hit subscribe. Find out when all the craziness is happening. I promise you we have craziness on our cash games on there at least 5 days a week. Sam gonna limp in. Tio gonna check his option. Tio dominating. Tio flopping a club draw. Sam's got a whole lot of nothing. That'll get the job done. We go on to the next hands. Playing 3-6-6 here. On our Sunday final table, the black chip bounty. It's a fun tournament if you're around here in Austin. Come play it sometime. 5,000 guaranteed every Sunday, 4 o'clock. 25-minute blinds, 8 levels of unlimited re-entry. JB with the ace-5 of diamonds. Gonna make his stance here. 12 big blinds. Perfectly good shove.
Yeah, hindsight, I was like, why am I not betting this?
CO's folded. I think we're getting the count right for the graphics. Michelle still has cards. He's getting a count. I think he's contemplating a call here. But he's holding his cards like it's a card feed roll. Whatever he has, he doesn't love it that much. Like it's not like a big pair. Otherwise, he wouldn't have bothered with the count, probably. Let's find out. Queen 9 suited. Yeah, not quite enough. JB going to pick up some blinds right in time for us to go up to 488. Looking at the chips being put out there, it looks like we're up to 488 now. So JB still on an 11.5 big blind stack, even after just winning a pot. Shell limping, JB checking. Bottom pair for the 4-3 of Michelle. JB without a whole lot here. Does fold. Gonna get shown the 3. Pot amounts might be slightly off. Chip counts might be slightly off with the blind still showing 366. We can see on the camera it's actually 488 getting posted. JB getting into the danger zone, especially 5-handed. Michelle's got 20 bigs. He's got a suited connector. He's going to limp his button. Again, that's actually 8K, not 6K. Wayne with the Doyle Brunson, the 10 deuce. Brunson famously winning the main event twice with that hand back in the day. Going to get a free look. 10 high, the best hand. Check, check. Wayne improves to a pair of deuces to go with his 10 high. Michelle with a gut shot that does not get there. Neither player interested in that pot. Deuce will do the job. Wayne picking up a small one, but they all count. Sense that chip lead a little bit.
I see a lot of sleep in the future.
Folds to the small blinds of Wayne, Queen 6. Ace Jack just checking the option. King 8 deuce flat. Check, check. There's a 3. Now a 6 on the river. And I believe that was a pair of 8s for late. No, a pair of 6s. You see how good I am at remembering hands. He ended up with a pair, though. Lane takes another small one. Looks like our graphics have the blinds right now. Jack 8 suited. Gonna fold. King 8 suited. Gonna limp in JB. If I'm gonna play that hands, I probably like shove better than limp. Because now Tio's gonna punish him. 10-8 suited for Tio. JB dominates him, but JB probably not going to feel great about King 8. See if he can find the call button here. He would be the player at risk. Next payout is 220. He will fold. Is that smaller than the buy-in? Yes, but remember, $100 of that buy-in does go to the bounty. That 5,000 guarantee on the tournament is prize pool plus bounty pool combined, at least $5,000. Sam limping the King Jack on the button. Tio limping as well. Looks like some fun answering going on. Don't know what that mystery hand is in the big blinds. We do know that Sam has top pair. Jacks and 8s with the king. Sam going to take it down with his bet. That was 10-5 in the big blind. That completely lifts. Get another look at these stacks. JB down to 9 bigs. Michelle with 12. Tio with just 15 bigs. Not comfortable sizes, and these blinds come around real quick. 5-handed. 2.5 big blinds going in the middle every 5 hands. King Deuce for Tio, gonna raise it up to 18,000. Michelle gonna make his stance here with Ace Jack. Gonna move all in for 99,000. JB all in for less with King Queen. JB will be the player at risk between the two of them. I imagine Tio's gonna go away here. King Deuce is not very good. JB will need to find some help to stay alive here. Otherwise, he'll be our 5th place finisher. Go to a run out here, and we pick it up late. We see that JB will be eliminated in 5th place, not getting the help he needs. Did have a spade draw on the turn to go with his 2 life cards. Michelle going to pick up a bounty. These 4 remaining players will ladder to a payout of at least $300. JB going to take home $220. Don't believe he picked up any bounties this evening, unfortunately. Good game, though. And then there were 4. Now it's Tio on the hot seat. Just 13 big blinds. The downside of those 3x opens, those bigger opens, when you have to go away, suddenly you're left with the live viewer chips.
Pretty good call. Yeah, that's fine. That happened to see that.
Ace 9 from Michelle on the button. Solid holding, worthy of a raise. Makes it, I think he made it 16. Whatever it was, yeah, 16, whatever it was, it got the job done. And that was a dead small there, so just picks up the big blinds on the ante. Dead button this hand, so Michelle effectively getting to play the button twice, which is always nice. See how with the suited king. Gonna limp from under the gun. Michelle waking up with ace jack. Probably gonna put in the raise here. Does put in the raise here. Looks like 25K. He'll collect more chips.
22 ounce, but he can hit his 2 ounce. You gotta go ahead and roll out 2.
Stack is climbing. 4-handed here. Gonna get a dealer change.
2 outs you can hit.
Seal with 12 big blinds. Sam with 21, so pretty significant gap from shortest to second shortest, but our big stack's only got 36 bigs. Like imagine Lane just doubles TO and they all basically have the same stack. Getting down to that part of the night where nobody really has any chips, and the next level is going to be 6, 12, 12. Like this is definitely the part of the tournament where it's like, okay, let's get this over with, let's get home. It's definitely more variance as the stacks get shorter, but there is still a lot of skill to playing short stack poker. Sam wants to see what Tio's working with. Sam's not working with a lot card-wise. Sam going to go for the raise. Obviously a bluff here. Makes it 19,000. Tio is going to call that bluff with the ace-6 offsuit. Him that could also consider shoving. And Tio's going to flop himself top pair. And 12K from Sam. Oh my God, he folded top pair. Wow. I was about to give a whole speech about Sam's going to regret putting that bluff in because his opponent's flopped top pair, but what do I know? Sam having no regrets. And I mean, hey, if I've got an opponent who's going to be making these folds, I'm going to be punishing him pretty hard. This is the first time this is airing, so like they won't have like 15-minute delayed cards like you might see if we were, quote, live. Like, imagine he knew about the set fold. Michelle with bottom 2 pair here. Tio with absolutely nothing. Blind versus blinds. Tio down to 7 bigs. He's running out of time real quick. When you're at the short stack, I mean, the spotlight is usually going to be on you. Like, you're going to be the one who's going to have to make that call with top pair. Or really any pair. Michelle with middle pair, Lane with a gutter. Check, check. Going to go for the turn bet here. Min bet from Michelle with the 8,000 Lane going to make the call. To the river we go. Jack will complete a draw, but not the one that either player had. Pair of 6s will be good. Checks over to Lane now, who is going to bluff this. He's going to fold. He's going to turn up the 6. It's going to be a face-up fold. Not sure I'd be showing him that I folded a pair there. This is one of those spots that could get you punished later in the form of aggression. So we continue 4-handed here, TCH Live. Black Chip Bounty Tournament Final Table from last Sunday. William Waddy, the New York Knit, with you this evening. Tio moving all in with Jack 7. We've just seen the graphics tell us Michelle's got 9s, and I think Tio's not even going to get through one player here. And Michelle reshoved, and the cards are already turned up. Tio going to need a jack to stay alive here. 6-3-3 won't do it. Tio still looking for a jack. There it is on the turn. Tio just needs to fade a 9 now to stay alive. And he does. Tio going to double through Michelle. Wait, what? 8-7 of diamonds? Our graphics are wrong. I'm sorry, our graphics are wrong here. Tio had 8-7. So he missed all of that. And it is Michelle knocking out Tio in 4th place. Michelle taking down the $100 bounty and pulling up to near the chip lead. Tio going to take home $300. And my notes say he picked up a total of 5 bounties. So, pretty good day. And we're down to 3-handed play. Next announced payout is $865 for 3rd place. Again, I understand that they are going to fiddle with that in the future. We'll get to that. When we get to that, I think they're talking about it now. And they're still playing. Wayne with the King-9 on the button. Raising. Taking it. Three-handed now. So, who you got here? Let us know in the chat. Blind versus blind. Queen jack suited limping. 7 deuce getting a free look. 7 deuce getting nothing for its trouble. Michelle with middle pair. Main bet gets the snap folds from the worst hands ever. See, J&J thinks it's going to be Sam. Peter thinks it'll be Lane. King 6 suited. Blind versus blinds. We're going to get a lot of those the rest of the way here. King 6 suited, flapping a club draw. Sam with nothing to speak of. Going to bluff at it. Gets the quick call. Club draw and the best hands anyway, and the clubs come in on the turn. This board pairing 10 of clubs. Check, check. Sam probably in shutdown mode here. See if Lane goes for some value. Reaching for chips. $35,000 will get the instant folds. I see Michelle holding up a phone, which I assume has some numbers of some kinds, perhaps some negotiating of prize pool modifications. Fives versus 9-6, blind versus blinds. 6 in the window. Bottom pair will be the best hands. Limps pot now. 2 pairs even better than 1 pair. Michelle gonna go for some value. Sam gonna call. Does have a pair. It's hard to make a pair. Checks it over. See if Michelle goes for the additional street. Goes 25K. Gets these snap folds from Sam. We see Sam in the shortest stack, 16 bigs. Next stack has twice that many. Pressure will be on him. Blind versus blinds. Michelle getting all the hands here. Queen 7 dominating Lane's 9-7, which does flop a gutter. Wayne will bet that gutter and take it down. Three, not enough to do anything with. Never a fun folding button. Looks like this. This is a misdeal. The button is still on seat 5. Apparently there was a misdeal. These things happen. Well, whatever he's going to get is going to be an upgrade. Not a big enough upgrade. 10-9 suited. And some more conversation happening. Not sure what's happened here. I'm surprised the 10-9 suited gave a walk there. Well, Nikki, glad you're such a high roller that $300 is pocket change. Must be a nice life you have. Whatever the stakes, though, I'm going to take it seriously. Whether it's, quote, pocket change or whether it's a big one. Make the best decisions you can every time. Play to win every time. Lines are up, 6-12-12. Our graphic is slightly off there. Definitely crunch time for Sam now. There we go. Sam folding his suited ace. Heads up to a flop we go. Ace, queen, 3. Jack high will be best. Michelle leading flop. Taking it. Not sure which card he showed there. That's an ace of hearts. What's going on with the scanner tonight? That's the second time I've had a hand confirmed wrong tonight. Apologies for that. See a phone getting passed around. This feels like maybe a conversation about calling it an evening and dividing the prize pool in some way. We won't use the C word. A negotiated finish. In the chat, if you have any euphemisms for this act, feel free to share them. Sam raising it with the suited king. Lane gonna ship it with pocket tens. Lane gonna take it down. Yeah, Jack, I think that those are chat numbers getting passed around. I think that's what's with the phone. Normally, no phones allowed on the live stream. Which, as a reminder, this tournament actually happens last Sunday. And we got a 4-card straight flush between these two blinds. Bottom pair for Lane. Best hands at the moment. Check, check. Sam's got a pair now. And Lane does have a gut shot. Lane gonna go for the bet. Gonna take it. You also see that the purple chips magically disappeared, so there was a break taken between levels. The purple chips were colored up and raced off at that time, as they're no longer necessary. They haven't been necessary for a little bit. Dealer change happening here. Sam with a few chips. His two opponents with considerably more chips with similar stacks. See this freshly made deck. Dealers will do that during the break. They'll get the decks ordered like that again, both making the deck or suiting the deck, and you check that they're all there, they're the right cards, and wash them up and deal with it. Thank you all again for watching, and be sure to join us 5 days a week between Austin and Dallas. I think our next show is Saturday, the Dallas Final Table, the weekly tournament out there. Then join us back here in Austin on Monday for some cash game action. I'll probably be with you for that. Like me or Dante or both probably. Jason says, hello, commentator. I say hello, Jason. Hope you're doing well. Glad you joined us here on TCH Live. Three-handed here on our final table. Lane flopping top pair here. Battle of our two big stacks. Either of them will be dying to go that crazy with the short stack sitting there less than 10 big blinds. Could ladder. We'll see the ace of spades get shown. Hey, I had it. I'm not pushing you around. I promise. Another hand coming out here. And Ted, I haven't been able to get on the Tuesday streams a whole lot. Tuesday shows from Dallas are great, though, with Aaron and Ben Kirby. I've just been busy a lot of nights recently, and I keep meaning to watch, and I encourage you all to watch that show. Sam going to move all in here. He's got the ace-4. I believe that's Mel we've got in that box. We'll have some pushing buttons back here alongside Kristen. Shout out to our wonderful production team, as well as our executive producer, David. Wayne gonna call off here with the ace-9. Sam looking for a 4 to hang on. Can he find it? Not yet. Queen, Jack 5, 7. Jack on the river. Sam going to be eliminated in third place, and they changed the payouts a little bit. Sam is going to take home $1,000 for third place. Good game, Sam. Also picked up a couple of bounties along the way. That takes us to the heads-up portion of this tournament. See if they keep going here. Lane with about not quite 2-1 chip lead. And looks like there is a chop, I think, or not. So shuffle. See a lot of hand motions happening. Probably in negotiations right now. See how much longer this goes. They have enough chips that it's going to take a couple of streets to get it all in here, unless it's like aces versus kings. See a limp on the button. 8-7 versus king 9 for Lane. Both players whiffing here. King high the best hand. King high still the best hand. Both players adding straight draws and club draws. One better than the other. Michelle going for the min bet, getting called by Lane. So the river, there's the queen, Broadway for Lane. Would seem like the rich are going to get richer here. Lane going to take this one down. Not getting paid on the river. Gonna stack some more chips. These are some tall stacks. Generally in live poker, you are encouraged to stack your chips in 20s for accountability. And always the chance that they get knocked over. Like this is quite the tower here. Like this is quickly becoming a Jenga situation over in seat 7. Seat 7 holding the 2-1 chip lead. He gets an ace, which is pretty good heads up. Anytime you got an ace, you're going to be enjoying life. Looks like Lane's cutting out some raising chips. Eyeballing it, it looks like some min-raising chips. Looks like he's made it 24. Unofficially. And, okay, 27, so 2 1/4 bigs. And gets the fold. Every time you can collect blinds, plus that ante, like in this heads-up situation, especially with that big blinds ante, that's one of the ways it changes the game, actually, from individual antes. Like, you always have that huge ante in the middle. If this were individual antes, like, you'd have, like, a quarter of a big blind, so you wouldn't have the full big blind. Definitely encourage more action this way. Michelle with a pair of 4s. Raises it up. Lane with king, queen of diamonds. This could just go in here. Decides to take the more passive route and flat it. Heads up we go. A king and a 4. I think it is going to go in now. Lane checks. Michelle quickly, I believe, moves all in. I see, no, he moves, no, 26K. Put 2 chips out there. He gets called. And there's the queen. Now it's got it. How does it not go in now? Top 2 versus bottom set. Michelle going bigger. 75K. If I'm Lane, I'm probably putting it in here just because there's a lot of flush draws and straight draws. And I don't block any of it. This is probably got to be Michelle getting the full double up, if I had to guess. Lane moves all in. He gets snapped by the set. Lane needs a king or a queen to end this tournament. Michelle looking to fade that as he does the 8 of spades. Michelle getting the double up. Michelle taking the chip lead. Chips will get counted. We have a new chip leader here. Is this it? All right, so the players, as we speak, are talking chop, and they are going to chop. Michelle is going to take 1475, Wayne 1325, and Wayne had picked up a bounty along the way. I think Michelle picked up at least one. I see a couple of the black chips there, so that's actually going to do it for our tournament. Congrats to our 2 players chopping it up. Michelle getting the bigger piece of it. On behalf of all the dealer staff, production, here at TCH Live, I'm William Lottie, the New York Knit, wishing you a good night. Join us back here on Saturday. Hit like.